Check. There we go. All right. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Edge Ice Arena here in Bensenville, Illinois, where we're on to Game 3 of our quadruple header of hockey here in Bensenville, as the Madison Mavericks come to Bensenville to take on the Elmhurst Chiefs in a girls 14U American Division matchup. The Madison Mavericks 14U GAA2 and the Elmhurst Chiefs 14U GAA2 matchup here. Eric Willowhite with Stream Sports Midwest, along with my broadcast partner Mike Napolitano here in the NIHL Games of the Week, Games of the Day. 7 total, 3 in Kenosha have wrapped up, and we're on our third of 4 here in Bensenville. Let's take a look at the standings between these two teams in the American Division. The Mavericks have played 13 games. They're 4-5-4, good for 12 points. 24 goals scored, 24 against. And I know that math, Mike, that means they are a plus-minus of 0 because they're dead even there. For the Chiefs, 13 games played, 2-9-2, good for 6 points. 22 goals scored, 51 against for a minus 29. How about the last games played for these two teams? Well, yesterday, the Warhawks defeated the Madison Mavericks by the score of 4-1. So that was the last game played for Madison. And then for the Chiefs, they also played yesterday. They were 7-1 losers to the Warhawks in their last game. The Northern Illinois Hockey League is the largest youth hockey league in Illinois and one of the largest in the country. It's made up of over 50 travel hockey organizations. Almost all of them are from Illinois, with a few from Indiana, Iowa, Missouri, Michigan, and Wisconsin. This is the 55th season of play in the Northern Illinois Hockey League. The NIHL member organizations field Tier 2 travel teams that compete in the Squirt, Pee Wee, Bantam, and Mid-Age groups defined by USA Hockey. The league also offers all girls hockey divisions each season. NIHL partners with the Chicago Blackhawks to hold the league's NIHL Blackhawks tournament at the conclusion of the season. For more information about NIHL and its programs, please contact Bob Apter, NIHL president, or visit the website at nihl.info. All right, about set to get underway here in Bensenville for our third game of 4 here at the Edge Ice Arena. Madison Mavericks will be going right to left to start things off. Their goaltender, I only have one listed, Mike. That is Hannah Rasmussen, number 1. And I only have one goalie listed for the Chiefs, and that's Evie Evangelinos. That makes it easy for us.
Eric, we have yet to see a Chiefs goal today in the previous 2 games that we covered, so hoping for third time's a charm here for this Chiefs side. They are actually the home team in this game. They were technically away against the Mavericks in the last matchup.
Well, they have scored 22 on the season, so they have the ability to put the puck in the net. Their challenge is keeping the puck out of the net, so let's see how they do today as we're underway here in Bensenville. Thanks for joining us on the NIHL Game of the Week, Games of the Week, Games of the Day. Like I said, 7 in total. Our partners Aaron Schellen and Ethan Wiles were busy today with 3 games up in Kenosha, and then we have the 4-pack here in Bensenville for that 7-game total. So Comets and Chiefs action coming at you today. Chiefs in their home black with the green numerals white trim as that pass gets out to center. That's going to be picked up there by Ellie Whitney. And the puck's knocked out to center where that's going to be played by, it's 63. Okay, 63 is Lily DeLeo. And we have a player down on the ice. Early going here for the Mavericks, seem to be shaken up. And slowly getting to her skates. That's a good sign.
The Mavericks didn't appreciate that late shot after the whistle. And even Mavericks goaltender Hannah Rasmussen giving a little bit of a stick tap to the shooter, saying, hey, watch it. Listen for those whistles.
So they're going to bring the draw into Chiefs territory. The faceoff will be to the left of goalkeeper Evie Evie Evangelinos.
Couple of changes for the Chiefs as we get set for this face-off.
Nina Rost on the draw there for the Mavericks. It was won by the Chiefs, but it's kept in at that near point and then thrown out to center by Abby Began. Now the Mavericks, that's going to be an offside. You can almost see those things developing. The offsides call happens. So we'll have a draw outside the Chiefs zone along the far boards. Far boards for you and I, the viewer and the broadcasters. Near boards obviously for the teams, but when we say far boards, that's from your viewing perspective.
Looks like they're moving this draw to center ice.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of those today. I'm not 100% sure what the reasoning behind those are, but I trust the referees here. Make the correct call.
Here come the Chiefs along the near board. Skating with that puck there is Addison Schott. Now the Mavericks will bring it inside the zone. Flip on net, and that one is steered aside by Evangelinos. And thrown, hits the back of the net, comes out over to the near corner, where Mike's having a great time trying to get that shot.
There is a railing in my way, but I know that you have a clear view, so I would trust the play-by-play commentary on that one.
Careful what you wish for. Shot, trying to keep that one in, or off. Oh, that puck is loose. They're whacking away, and then Evangelinos eventually able to cover it up. Good job by Evangelinos, but that giveaway between the circles, Mike, led to that offensive chance, and the Mavericks had a few of them.
Yeah, I caught all of that one. No railing in the way, but wow, what a mad scramble there. It almost looked as though the defender for the Chiefs actually pushed the glove out of the way.
This
Made
is
it a
a
little bit
power
tougher.
play. This is a power play for the Mavericks. Missed the call there. We have Simone Koski is in the box, has another 44 seconds remaining on her penalty. So that might have been the call there where the player was down on the ice. Just missed the formal assessment of that. Here the Mavericks bring it out to center. Stick handle over the blue line, but the Mavericks player was in ahead of the play. That would be Nina Rost, so that'll be an offsides against the Mavericks. 19 seconds remaining on the penalty to Simone Koski. And 10-18 to go here in a scoreless first period at this point. Play along the near boards, thrown into the Chiefs zone. That's backhanded out to center. And carried back in. Puck loose between the circles, flipped on net, towards net, but it was deflected. Then a backhander hits the side of the net. And it's swung around over by Lily DeLeo to the near boards. Mavericks are keeping it in. Good job, Evelyn Krieger. Oh, that looked like that was going to be a wraparound attempt, and she still tried. Did Lily Meyer there. The puck rolled off her stick initially, but she was able to regain it and then get the puck on net, forcing Evangelinos to have to make a save, and now there'll be a face-off to her left.
Man advantage time is up, but we'll see if that momentum gained will carry over into this attack for the Mavericks.
Now behind the net, over to the near corner we go. Back behind the net, and that'll be Addison Schott trying to move it up ice, kept in at that far point. Oh!
That could have been a high stick there.
Yeah.
But no call when we play on.
That one coming off the stick of Kayla Niger. Niger flips it up ice. Mavericks keep it in. Scramble between the circles. Then a shot attempt from the far circle doesn't get through. A shot got in front of that one. Now the Mavericks throw it over to the far boards. Cecil let that one go through, however, and the puck at the skate of a defenseman rolling on net. Evangelinos able to get a pad on it, and then Casper will skate it up along the near boards. Centering attempt up ice. Cecil just not going to be able to get there in time. Then the Mavericks throw it back down to Chiefs territory where Schott moves it up ice. Schott really trying to gum up the works there, backhands it into the zone. Niger had a whack at it, along with Liv John. Now John will skate after it behind her own net. Bright pink tape on that stick for John.
Couple of opportunities here for the Mavericks in the slot. They've got bodies, but just no sticks to find that puck.
Schott can't get it out along the far boards as the Mavericks keep it in. It'll come over to the near boards, however, and that one's going to be played by Casper. Casper spins, eludes a defender, gets by another defender, but then has her stick lifted. So now the Chiefs will have to try it again. Up ice they go. There's Lily DeLeo. DeLeo, or check that. No, that's Simone Koski who was dispossessed of the puck. Mavericks come in. Shot goes wide of the left post. And keep-in attempt is denied by Big Ann. And now Koski moves forward. Simone Koski. Mavericks take possession. Throw it along the far boards out to center. 7:14 remaining here in a scoreless first period at this juncture. And now to center we go again. That's Addison Kiprios. Dumps it in and goes off for a change. Now DeLeo. DeLeo gets by a defender. DeLeo up along the near boards, now cutting towards the inside. Tried to get a shot off, but that one was blocked. Four-player battle ensues. Chiefs come out with it. DeLeo tries to throw it back down. Another attempt to keep it inside the zone by DeLeo, and then it's picked up by Koski. Koski goes wide of the left post. And puck thrown towards the net, but that one is intercepted by the Mavericks, and out the center they go. Retreating for the puck there is Bevan Dwyer. Bevan Dwyer lost track of it. Now the Mavericks backhand attempt. Oh, what a great defensive play by DeLeo.
Wow. What a diving defensive back check there.
Interrupting the attempt by Celia Wild. Not sure if she would have had it on net, but DeLeo didn't want to take any chances, Mike. That was a great dive, a great effort. Now here's Koski. Koski can't get it out. Now it's going to go over to the near corner. DeLeo going for it again. Flips it up along the near boards. Keep in by the Mavericks. It was backhanded down by Evelyn Krieger. Now thrown up ice. Out to the neutral zone. There's going to be, that could have been an offsides. DeLeo will have to chase once more. So the Mavericks doing a good job of hemming the Chiefs inside the zone. Flip shot does not get through, as that shot attempt there from Ross was denied by Dwyer. Now behind the net, centering attempt.
Look out.
Stick handling. A couple players down, and then finally covering it up is Evangelinos. As getting a few whacks at it was Nina Ross, but Evangelinos able to cover up. Yeah, that was a high danger opportunity there for the Mavericks, Mike.
You mentioned the high danger opportunities. We've seen a couple of those on both ends of the ice.
Yeah.
It's surprising that this game is still scoreless, but both teams have played really well on defense, trying to keep pucks away from the the slot area and also onto the outside. Oh, look out!
A flip shot, it goes in.
I may have just jinxed the Chiefs right there.
So Aubrey Brown gets the opening tally off that draw, just a little flipper, and goes over the shoulder of Evie Evangelinos, and the Mavericks take that 1-0 lead.
Well, just as I was saying, no score in this one, we get our first tally, and that one was just a lob of an effort. Goaltender was already down, not much that she could do to recover from that.
So now the Mavericks bring it in once more. It's kind of that effect of how much zone time they've had to our left here, Mike, and keeping the Chiefs hemmed in their zone for a good portion.
Yeah, despite the defensive efforts of the Chiefs, I mean, you got to have tired legs out there eventually, and pockets are going to create themselves just like that, and next thing you know, it's in the back of your net.
Aubrey Brown with the tally for the Mavericks as they go up 1-0 here. Flip attempt out the center is finally able to be made by the Mavericks, but John able to throw it back into Mavericks territory, too slow for icing, so that will have to be played. And it's thrown over to the far boards. Now over into the near corner. I have to jack up our volume a little here. Inside the zone they go. Oh
my goodness.
How is there no call on that? Even if that's accidental.
Yeah, that seemed like it had a lot of force behind it that it maybe didn't need to, but
wow.
We play on here.
Puck flip in front of the net. That was Simone Koski who got upended there. And she got right back up, but man, that looked dangerous.
I give both players credit. They got back to their feet immediately and were able to play on, but yeah, you talk about the high-speed collision there. That's not something you typically see in these games.
Now Koski will head off for a change. As the Mavericks shot goes wide of the near post. And a keep-in attempt at the near point was successful for a moment, but then it's brought in off sides by the Mavericks. So we'll have a face-off outside the zone with 3:01 to go here in the opening period. It's a 1-0 lead for the Madison Mavericks against the Elmhurst Chiefs.
That was a crucial keep. Otherwise, the Chiefs were going the other way with no defense to stop them practically. And once again, the Mavericks taking control of this game.
Out to the near point. DeLeo trying to knock that one outside the zone, but he's getting double teamed, but DeLeo sticks with it and gets it out to the neutral zone. Been impressed with 63 in black there. Mavericks throw it out to center as a player just came on the ice. Trying to get the license plate there in a moment. I believe that is number 10. That's Celia Wild. Oh, a player falls down. Wild will pick up the loose change and skate it in. Good job of staying onside was Evelyn Krieger. Picked up by DeLeo for the Chiefs and gets it out to the neutral zone. DeLeo pushing ahead, but Wild knocks the puck free. Now Koski's over there and dumped inside the zone by the Chiefs. That one's just paddled away by Hannah Rasmussen. We haven't called her name a whole lot, but she is in net. She does exist, and she is playing to our right.
Well, the Mavericks have done a really nice job of going D to D, getting out of their zone. Most of their D to D passes, actually, the recipient is in the neutral zone, so they don't like to play in their own end too much here, Eric.
Mavericks have something cooking here, but coming up, stepping up was John to interrupt it. And now Schott will have to take possession here. They just can't get the puck out of the zone. And it goes out to inside Mavericks territory. Schott with the shot. I was waiting to say that, Mike. And a save made by Hannah Rasmussen.
That was probably the Chiefs' best opportunity thus far in this game. I know it's still early, but time ticking off the clock. You maybe want to get something to answer back in these final moments going into the intermission.
1-0 Mavericks. Face off to the right of Rasmussen. Draw, the puck is in that far corner. They throw it to the far point and Schott behind the net. Chiefs trying to build something here. And keeping it in was Koski. Flip shot. That one's saved by Rasmussen. And it rolls. Oh, that puck almost went through the wickets. And now John tries to fire the shot, but that's blocked by the Mavericks, and this could be a 3-on-2 for Madison. They bring it inside the zone. Centering attempt. Oh, didn't have the stick down. Did Aubrey Brown. Already has one goal on the game.
Well, if he's a left-hand, or if she's a left-handed shot on that, she would have had the opportunity to put that one in backdoor, but just the pass evades her. a little too much on the backhand.
No, shot trying to get that puck inside Mavericks territory, but it was prevented at the blue line. And that one backhanded on net. What an effort there by Avery Toon. As the horn sounds, time winds down here in the first period, but Toon just persisted and was able to get something on net. And as we'll go to the second period, with a 1-0 lead for the Madison Mavericks. Chicago Blackhawks are proud to sponsor the Northern Illinois Hockey League. Hawk fans, be sure to catch these upcoming games tonight. The Hawks will be hosting the Minnesota Wild, 6 p.m. puck drop on the Chicago Sports Network. And then on Thursday, the Hawks will be in Seattle to take on the Kraken, 9 p.m. puck drop, also on Chicago Sports Network. Don't miss the Chicago Blackhawks in action. Yeah, pretty entertaining first period there, Mike. Elmhurst, though, probably fortunate to only be down 1-0 with a lot of the chances that the Mavericks were getting, especially as we got deeper into that period.
Yeah, you know, we were still looking for a Chiefs goal today, and with the way the Chiefs were having to defend most of the time in their own zone, it's hard to score from 200 feet away.
Yeah, so they're going to look for something to get some momentum on their side here. So we'll see if they're able to get some offense generated here. Like I said, you know, it's not that they've had problems scoring goals. They're not scoring a ton of them, but you know they have scored goals. It's preventing goals, and they're actually doing a pretty good job of that. I would say Evie Evangelinos has been doing a wonderful game in net just to keep the score where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about goaltending on both sides. I thought both teams have stellar goaltending. When we looked at those numbers before the start of the game, this Mavericks team gives up about as many goals, exactly as many goals as they score. Of course, now they have a 1-0 lead. So if you're the Chiefs, you got to take a look at the stat sheet and keep your heads up, because you know what? You're going to find your opportunities, you're going to find your areas, but you have to be able to get out of your own zone in order to create those.
And one thing we have noticed, we're in our third game here of 4, but you know the ice, and most rinks it'll get that way anyways, but the ice really slows down here as we get through like halfway through the game. So some of those clearing attempts you think might be icings, things like that, that puck's going to die. And that's also going to affect your ability to center some passes too. So you have to have some strength on it.
Yeah, of course you get the resurfacing in between games here, but your game number, at least game number 3 here for us today. I'm sure there were games earlier this morning on this ice and practices. So, you know, it's not going to be perfect, especially if you've played a lot of time in your own end in the first period. Take a look down at the attacking zone this period, and you might have some clear ice.
Mavericks will be going left to right here in period number 2, and the Chiefs right to left. Lily DeLeo just came back onto the ice just before the puck drop there, so she is back on the Chiefs bench. Valuable player for Elmhurst. Now John tries to flip it up ice, but has the puck taken away. Schott tries to help and recover, and puck goes over into the near corner. Now Schott once more whacking away at it. Comes out, goes through the crease, and nice keep there at the far point, but then it's eventually brought out by the Chiefs. I think that was number 19 on the keep. That was Avery Toon. Toon was the one who got off that shot attempt towards the end of the first period, and she had a nice keep there. Puck dumped into the Chiefs territory by Schott. Addison Schott. Now it comes out. Cross ice pass there from Nora Graham to Schott. Schott tries to flip it up ice, but there were 3 orange jerseys in her way, so that one's going to have to be played by Graham. Flip attempt to get it to center is denied. Toon keeps it inside the zone, and it'll roll to the near corner. Puck deflects, then does go outside the center, and we got a break. Coming inside the zone, shooting. Koski, and a save made by Hannah Rasmussen. Well, that was the best chance of the day for the Chiefs, and Rasmussen denied.
Yeah, it was a good shot on net. It's, of course, the more you put pucks on the net, the better things are going to happen. You may find a pocket. You may get another opportunity. Maybe if you could get that shot a little bit lower, you have a rebound from the other Chiefs attacking player in the middle, but they win a face-off here, and they can go to work.
Also, I've just found out Hannah Rasmussen likes that Happy song from Pharrell, so
yeah.
She was bobbing her head to that during the whistle.
We've got a lot of fans irate that there was no call on that physicality over in the corner, but we play on here.
And now we got a whistle for believed to be an offside, so puck will come outside the zone. And another player returning.
Yeah, that is McKenna Camp for the Elmhurst Chiefs, returning back to the game. Huge round of applause for her. I'm not sure if it was due to physicality earlier or a possible injury, but she is back on the bench, so that is a good sign for Elmhurst.
And she's right back out there is Camp. So as you mentioned, Mike, good to see. 10:52 to go here in period number 2. And a 1-0 lead for the Mavericks. Mavericks backhanded over to the near corner, played by Elmhurst. Kept in by Madison. I'm going to have to say kept in by Maverick. You're going to do the same thing you did in the second game there. Who's Madison?
Right. Madison, Wisconsin.
Right.
Not Madison, the player on the team here.
Exactly. Out to center. Oh, and a little slip up there by Emma Armiak. She's back on her skates. And then that puck's going to be carried in by Frances Trackwell. Trackwell tries to throw it on net, goes behind. And then over to the far boards where Camp will play that one. Out to center. Back to Trackwell. And once more to Camp, McKenna Camp. Back into, good defensive play there. Niger stealing the puck and then trying to get a spin around shot off, but it didn't get on target. The puck goes behind the net.
Chiefs were having a rough time navigating the neutral zone and then getting the puck into the offensive zone without having to give up possession down low.
Trackwell throws that over into the far corner, going to be played by Elmhurst. Can't get it out momentarily. And it's thrown over to the near boards. And skating in, getting a shot off. Flip shot by Shot. Oh, wait a minute now. 2 shots? Yeah, I'm sorry, there's Reagan shot. I missed that. Reagan shot and Addison shot, 97-95. I think I incorrectly called her Nora Graham before. That's a 97. So my apologies to the Shot family.
Well, regardless, Hannah Rasmussen, she's seen that shot coming from the side before and able to glove that down again. Look out.
Slip at center ice. 2-player battle for it. Mavericks get there first, however. That's Lily Meyer battling, and she's trying to get it outside the zone. Chiefs keep it in. Now behind the net they go. Nina Rost. She'll skate over to the far boards, backhands it up ice. Nice play, and Addison Kiprios will bring it out to center. A Reagan shot backhands it back towards the Madison zone. Puck flipped into Elmhurst territory. Up ice they go, no one there. That might go down for an icing call, and it does. Icing with 7:59 to go here in the second period and a 1-0 lead for Madison. Faceoff will be to the left of goaltender Evie Evangelinos.
Last game we saw a 1-0 score line. This game started out with a lot more back and forth and high danger chances, but it's kind of cooled off now. I'm wondering if we get another 1-goal game here.
Flip shot towards the net, and then the puck was loose, and Evangelinos able to cover up.
I was worried I may have just jinxed the score again. I better start talking about that when they're in the neutral zone.
Yeah. Well, again, we'll redo the face-off to the left of Evangelino. Shot between the circles there, deflected off the skate from the stick of Sloan McFarland. Now the puck will roll into Madison territory, chased down by Nina Rost. Rost in the near corner. Oh, and she's run into by Cecil, Izzy Cecil.
We've got a little bit of pushing and shoving behind the play-o down here between Cecil.
And that was actually Heidi Baus. Baus 16. And it goes out to center again. There's
These
Baus.
two again.
Thrown into Elmhurst territory. Where Addison shot will push it over to the far boards. And that's kept in by McFarland. McFarland tries to center. Puck is knocked loose. Now up ice go the Chiefs. Casper had the puck taken away. And now Nina Rost skating in. Tries to split a pair of defenders. Her shot attempt was blocked off the stick of a defender. Oh, and that one right in the crease and a save made as it rolled right on, and another attempt as Ross couldn't get that one through Evangelinos.
Evangelino sliding both east and west to make those saves and doing a fine job of not minding her net.
Now that puck won't have, it was eventually played by Rasmussen. Thought it was going to go wide, but taps it over to Heidi Baus. Up along the far boards, Chiefs look to keep it in. It pinches out of the zone. One more attempt here from Nina Rost. She'll carry the mail inside between the circles. Shot save made by Evangelinos. Madison keeps it in. Shot attempt, glove save made, and holding on for the faceoff is Evangelinos after that shot attempt by Lily Meyer. So the faceoff will come to the left of Evie Evangelinos as we are now down to 5:59 here in the second period, a 1-0 lead for the Mavericks. Here come the Chiefs over the blue line and pushing that puck, and it's going to be played and covered by Hannah Rasmussen as Bevan Dwyer tried to get in on Rasmussen, but Rasmussen just said cover up. So the faceoff will be to the right of Rasmussen. It will be Celia Wild going up against Koski, kept in by the Chiefs. DeLeo had a shot, but it was blocked. And now here comes Strawman. Juliana Strawman takes it wide. Centering attempt, but no one home.
I like the idea of using your teammate there, but just a little out of reach for the pass. But again, another strong odd man rush from this Mavericks team.
Now keep in there by Wild along the near boards. And it eventually comes out to center. This could be a 3-on-2 if the Chiefs hurry. And going over behind the boards there, two-player battle. And that's dug out by Began, but then taken away is Nina Rost. Rost has the puck knocked away temporarily. And now McKenna Camp tries to get it up ice. Thrown back off the skate, a shot. And Rost once more throws it towards the net. Puck is loose. Oh, and a wide open net was missed.
Oh, I think she just double hit that. I'm not sure how that stayed out.
Wow. Yeah, that was just wide open.
We were zoomed in pretty well here on the camera, but I couldn't quite tell if that just, the follow through of the shot blocked the shot itself, or if that just went wide.
Chiefs are trying to get it out. Far circle shot attempt lifted high, and it sails over the head of Rasmussen, goes over to the near boards. A nice keep in there by Addison. Shot, fires a shot, glove save made. Rasmussen.
Well, Rasmussen, as I said before, has seen that shot before. A lot of these Chiefs shots are coming from the outside, tough angles. A lot of that has to do with this Madison defense keeping the Chiefs players to the outside, but it's this wing right down by us here, Eric, that a lot of these shots have been coming from, and it's been a fairly easy day for Rasmussen if she just has to glove one coming from the corner.
Yeah, they're kind of only getting those one-and-done shots, not a whole lot of traffic, where you can generate something. That's a good attempt, though. I like that shot from the near point there. That was coming from Dwyer, I believe. And that one had a little bit of a traffic on it, but Rasmussen's tracking that puck nicely.
We will redo it here at the dot.
Koski against Ross once more. And the Mavericks take possession, throw it out to center where DeLeo will pick it up. DeLeo skates it in. She's got 3 defenders in front of her. Flips it on net. Steered aside by Rasmussen. And they got 3 players for the Chiefs up along the far boards. That's, you're not going to get many great opportunities if they're all bunched up like that. Keep in at the near point. Now Reagan Joss tries to keep the puck inside the zone.
Fans may have been calling for a high stick there. It was tough to judge whether or not that was above the crossbar, but that was definitely over the line. We'll get an offside.
Offside's the call. Perfect. Thank you. All right. Good luck. Out to center we go. And back in the zone, but that is an offsides call against the Chiefs as we are down to 3:04 remaining. In a scoreless second period, it's only a 1-0 lead for the Mavericks.
Referee drops that puck, and we are back underway here.
We're going to the near corner. It's going to be played by the Mavericks, as that one is McFarland tries to get it outside the zone. Actually, that's Trackwell. And pursuing and keep the puck inside the zone is Lily Meyer for the Mavericks. Out to center. Trackwell. Now flipped inside the zone.
Chiefs had to wait to tag up there, but dumping that back down, they lose possession once again.
Yeah, it's one of those things, they dumped it in, but only one player went to pursue. Everyone hung back, and that might be part of kind of being a little bit gun shy and the amount of goals that they've given up for the season. But you can't score a goal if you're all from the blue line.
Of course, it wasn't a man advantage there, but part of the reason I'm not a huge fan of the push and back entry that you see most of the time in the NHL is it gums up that blue line. Everybody's just kind of standing still, and if you can't get the puck through, you got to dump it deep, and nobody's on their horse. It kind of looked like that last play right there for the Chiefs.
Right, exactly. Inside the zone, Armiak gets it out to center, makes a connection there with Celia Wild. Wild will throw it into the far corner, and then she'll head off for a change. Oh, giveaway. There's Jost. Centering attempt doesn't get through as that went into the skates of a defender, but a keep in there temporarily by Avery Toon. And now Jost once more. Or Rost, Nina Rost. Now the Chiefs might have an opportunity here. Is taking it wide.
Look out.
Shot. Addison's shot whistles that one wide of Rasmussen. Boy, if she can get that thing on target, just make it a little harder for Rasmussen. Mavericks trying to get it outside the zone. They can't. John will throw it down low. It's going to be picked up there first, however, by Rost. Check that 16. That's Baus. Eventually does come out to the neutral zone. Aubrey Brown gets it out there. Brown with the only goal of the game coming in that first period. And of all the shot attempts we've had in this game, Mike, Hers was probably by far the softest, but it was one of those knuckle jobs over the shoulder of Evangelinos that got into the net right off a draw.
Yeah, this last one we saw from the Chiefs was the exact opposite. It was a ripper. It just went high and wide.
Yeah.
But you saw goaltender Hannah Rasmussen already down, kind of giving a little bit of a shoulder shrug to try to cover the top part of the net, and luckily it stayed out for her. But the Chiefs putting on pressure now if they can hold this puck in the offensive zone a little bit longer.
Koski got a shot, but it hit the side of the net on the left side. And now DeLeo fires one, and that one went off the stick or skate of Armiak.
I don't believe Rasmussen saw where that went.
Backhander, Koski scores! I think it was Big Ann who dug it out in that corner, and then Koski was able to fire it between the wickets of Rasmussen. We're tied.
We got a little bit of a celebration there already planned by the Chiefs, but we see our first Chiefs goal of the day. And was that Dyer?
No, that was Koski.
That was Koski.
Yeah. Koski, I got the goal. I love that celebration, though. That's nice.
They didn't follow the rule of goal scorer goes first for the handshake line, but looks like we are going to get. Was that the end of the period there? I'm seeing zeros on the clock.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
That was a buzzer beater.
Wow, I didn't even know we got down that low.
I wasn't paying attention to the clock because of the scramble in front, but Hannah Rasmussen didn't see the initial shot that got deflected wide, and then next thing you know, it's back out in front, and it's in the back of the net.
Man, so now we're going to go to the third period. We're all tied up at 1. We got drama here. Drama in Bensenville as we get ready for period 3. Hey, the Chicago Blackhawks want to let you know that their Little Blackhawks Learn to Play program is a program created by the NIHL to make hockey more accessible and to inspire boys and girls 4 to 9 years old to get in the game. The Blackhawks' goal is for the kids enrolled in this program to become a part of the local hockey community and to develop fundamental skills that help them succeed on and off the ice. If you know kids who might be interested, you can find more details and register for winter or spring Little Blackhawks Learn to Play programming at NHL.com/Blackhawks/amateur/little-Blackhawks. All right, one more read to go, Mike, for game 3.
One more read and one more period here.
One more period. This is going to be an exciting period. So see if Elmhurst now comes off with a little bit of momentum. They were getting some chances and spending some time to our left here. Now they'll be going left to right, and the Mavericks right to left here in this third period, all tied up at 1.
Back underway here. Both teams fighting for it in the neutral zone.
Now dumped inside Elmhurst territory.
We were talking in that second period, Eric, about how the Mavericks give up as many goals as they score. Seems to be the case in this game, of course, as it is 1-1, but 13 minutes, actually less now, separating these two teams from overtime. No goals separating these two teams in the scoreline.
Camp ices the puck, so we'll have a offensive zone draw for the Mavericks here with 12:26 to go in period number 3. And it'll be Celia Wild taking the draw to the right of goaltender Evie Evangelinos, and she's going against Niger. So Niger and Wild. Wild wins the draw, drops it back to the near point.
Look out.
Shot. Oh!
Wow.
Did Wild touch that? No.
I don't believe
Yeah,
so.
no, I think it came right off the stick. Nice stick work. Lily Meyer gets the goal, and just like that, the Mavericks are back up. They lead 2-1. I thought for a minute there that Wild got a piece of it, but either way, winning that draw, Wild winning that draw set up everything, and the Mavericks quickly regain the lead.
That was a beautiful backdoor pass, but then, of course, Evie Evangelinos is able to slide back across, and that puck just goes back the other way. I'm not sure if it hit the post as well as the stick, but I think that was a clean goal, as you said. And the scoreless tie, well, the one-goal tie has been broken.
Now, if you're the Chiefs, it might be another icing call here, and think it is, yeah. The Chiefs, you have to like shrug that one off and just kind of keep playing and pushing like you were after you tied up the game there at the end of that period. So you don't want to get deflated this early in the third period. It's still only a 1-goal deficit. Otherwise, things can go upside down on you in a hurry.
Yeah, you got caught, but it's okay. There's still a lot of time left. Better to get caught now and try to come back from that than, with just a couple seconds on the clock. So there's plenty of time. Stay calm, play your game, and maybe you can find the back of the net like you did late in that second period.
Now Addison's shot going for the puck here in the near corner. She'll throw it over to the far boards. One thing they got to do is stop icing the puck, as that goal came off of a face-off that was generated from an icing call. Play along the near boards inside the Mavericks zone. Now a keep in there by Koski along those near boards. And it's eventually pushed out to center by Madison. So your goal scorers for the Mavericks, Aubrey Brown in that first period, and then an early third period goal by Lily Meyer. And at the end of that second period, Simone Koski with the goal for the Chiefs. That brings you up to date on our scores. Puck goes below the goal line and then thrown over to the near boards once more. Camp tries to keep it in, but it hops over her stick, rolls into Chiefs territory, where it's going to be tracked down there by Juliana Stroman. Stroman now battling with Addison's shot. Stroman still has possession, tries to center, and then it's knocked away. And that loose puck picked up by DeLeo. Check that, that's Koski.
She had good situational awareness to realize that she had help in the slot, but just can't get the puck there and execute, so this comes back out.
Now Camp will dump it down low and head for a change. Mavericks pick up the loose puck behind their own goal line. Keep in at the far point. Oh, and then that puck comes to John. And then a shot attempt goes wide. That coming from Reagan's shot.
I believe that puck was bouncing. Difficult for both defenders and goaltender to see.
It might have been Niger too. Yeah, 91, so not 97. So Niger's shot just went wide of that right post. And the draw comes outside Mavericks territory along the near far boards. And the puck comes into the Chiefs zone where DeLeo will handle it behind her own net. Throws it off the near boards and out to Niger at center ice. She's having a little problem picking up her skates, and then a little collision there between her and Baus. Then the puck goes over to that far corner. Keep in, however. Flip shot towards the net. Not sure if Rasmussen got a glove on that, but it goes to that far corner once more.
I believe she did. She's seen that glove flashed all day.
Backhand attempt to keep it inside the zone is eventually brought out to the neutral zone by the Mavericks, and Dwyer will move it up ice. Dwyer with an open John at that right point. Loses possession. The Mavericks will bring it in. Offsides is the call against the Mavericks. With 8:28 to go here in 8:26. I don't know. 8:28.
I think it's 8:38.
8:38. Okay. Yeah,
all the time remaining in this one.
Plenty of time for the Chiefs to get the equalizer. As Camp will throw it over to Casper along the far boards. Casper backhands it out to center. Baus will try and dump it down low. Casper once or more gets it out to center. And now Camp will retreat behind the goal line. Change directions, throws it over to the far boards. That's kept in momentarily, and then it hops over the stick of Baus. And then thrown in, but the Mavericks were just offsides on that play. So we'll have another neutral zone face-off. It'll take place at the dot in front of the Chiefs bench on the far boards. Whitney will throw it out to center. Dumped back in by the Mavericks, and it's going to be played there by Addison Schott. Over to Reagan Schott, kept in at the far point by the Mavericks. Puck goes behind the net. Stroman had it, lost it. Whitney tries to get it out, and Camp eventually does for the Chiefs. And now here's Koski. Koski will dump it and chase. Got support there with Reagan Schott. It goes outside the zone past Addison Schott. So Addison Schott will play it inside her own zone. Flipped over to the near boards. And it's going to be carried in by Koski. Passes it off the boards and goes down below the goal line. Centering attempt. That one off the pads of Rasmussen. Another centering attempt, but that one's picked off by the Mavericks as they bring it out to center. Now Chiefs getting some good zone time now. That one's well offside.
Oh. I don't believe the captain there for the Chiefs noticed that there was still a player trying to tag up there.
Yeah.
And she entered the zone a little too soon. I believe that was Sponkowski.
So the draw comes outside. And well, outside the Mavericks zone along the far boards. Dwyer dumps it in, but the Mavericks are able to intercept it along the far boards and get it out to center. And it's going to be carried in here. And a spin and a shot coming off the stick of Francis Trackwell. Goes over to the far boards where Dwyer will play it in the far corner. And a keep-in attempt there, unsuccessful by Addison Kiprios. She fans on it, and then it's picked up. Coming inside, shooting, pad save made.
She got her own rebound, but just didn't have the angle on net. I like the double attempt there.
And now over in that far circle. And it's pucked up down for an icing call against the Mavericks. Oh, that was a glorious grade A chance there for the Chiefs. Just unable to convert there. Trying to get the license plate on that. That was 13? That was Began, Abby Began.
Yeah, there's still a lot of time left in this one. 6:16 to go, but could have been the game on her stick right there in that moment.
So the draw to the right of Hannah Rasmussen. Mavericks win the draw as Wild throws it along the far boards. Now a 5-player confab over there. Mavericks can't get it out. Koski dumps it down low. And a 2-player battle as the puck goes over to the far corner. And now the Mavericks will change direction, bringing it over to the far boards. Puck rolls by the side of net, wraparound attempt. Rasmussen covered it up just in the nick of time. Wow. Oh, that was slow developing, but you could see what was happening. Rasmussen eventually got there. Oh, and a flip shot went over Evangelinos. That one looked similar to the goal scored by Aubrey Brown in the first period.
Yeah, that wraparound attempt just didn't quite have the right angle to make a tighter circle on that, but otherwise would have had a grade A opportunity. Look out.
Wild steals and centers. It rolls off the stick and skate of Evelyn Krieger. And now Koski carries it out. Whitney gets it out to center. And then DeLeo picks it up along the near boards. DeLeo cuts between the circles. DeLeo
nice
stick
moves.
handling. And then the puck was just kind of knocked off her stick as she got past the last defender. Just didn't have a whole lot on it. Great
Evaded
moves,
a
though.
couple of stick checks on there and taking it in all herself, but the Chiefs are starting to get their opportunities here late as long as they can keep it on this end of the ice.
Exactly 5 minutes remaining here in the third period. 2-1 lead for the Mavericks. A goal in each period. first and third for the Mavericks. Oh, that one gloved down by Evangelinos, and she'll hold on. And the Chiefs scoring at the end, just about at the end of regulation, or end of the second period. That's where we're at. 2-1 is your score. Face off to the left of Evangelinos. It'll be Rost going up against John. Check, that's Graham, 77 Graham.
We started this game with a lot of physicality. There's still a little bit going on against the boards, but it has died down. I think both sides are starting to lose their legs a little bit. You know, you get later in these games and it's a little tiring.
Madison shot, throws it to the near boards where Casper picks it up. Casper trying to stick handle around a defender, but the Mavericks push it back inside the zone. So Addison shot will have to retreat. Throws it over to the far boards there where Cecil's at. Puck comes off the boards. Wild tried to play it. And a flip shot towards the net goes just wide of Evangelinos. Now Casper. And eventually, no, another keep in. Will the Chiefs ever get the puck out of zone? Here's Graham. Graham gets it inside Mavericks territory, but it's immediately taken by Trackwell. Now Trackwell fans on it and pushed in by Graham. Now Graham going after it again. Just tries to dump it in as she was getting ready for a change, but it didn't go deep enough. Now here come the Mavericks. They'll flip it down along the backboards, and chasing after it is Trackwell. And a nice keep in there between the circles. Shot attempt and a save made by Evangelinos from Armiak's shot.
Yeah, that snuck through her, but it went wide. Here it comes again.
Armiak wide of the left post. Trackwell tries to center, gets it back, tries to come off the boards and collides there with Niger. And Niger's knee was shaken up. She's a little hobbled. She's going to skate to the bench. There's that contact there in the zone with Wild.
We've seen a lot of chip and chase late here from this Mavericks team.
Wild keeps it in. Backhand by DeLeo. Mavericks had a player there. And now John. John can't get it out. Another try by DeLeo. Good keep in there by Heidi Baus. And whoa, oh, that one almost, it went through. No, it went through. Goal scored. Addison Kiprios gets the goal, and that's the backbreaker as the Mavericks build a 3-1 lead.
Well, you chip and chase, and you beat defenders to the end boards, and you're able to throw pucks to the center of the ice right there, and it's exactly what happens. One sneaks through, and that's definitely one that Evie Evangelinos wants back, but late in this game, that's a dagger.
Now the puck along the far boards. DeLeo backhands it over to the far boards. And now they're going to be skated up ice. Backhand attempt doesn't get through. Mavericks take possession. Down to a minute 38 remaining here in the third period, and a 3-1 lead for the Mavericks. And that puck goes in the Mavericks bench area there, so we'll have a face-off.
Got to have your head on a swivel even on the bench, because pucks can come out of play there. The netting goes around the entire rink, but of course opens up for the players on the benches. It looks like we're going to be getting a timeout here as the Chiefs coach actually steps out onto the ice in order to circle everybody up and draw up a game plan here.
Yeah, they're chasing two with a minute 30 remaining, and we'll see what the instructions are for Evangelinos. With the draw is going to be just outside the Mavericks bench. So what they might do is they'll have Evangelinos just be high between the circles, wait to see what happens with the draw, and then she's closer to the bench should the Chiefs be able to win the draw and dump it inside Mavericks territory. So obviously that's part of the plan that's being drawn up there. Actually, I don't see anything being drawn up.
Yeah,
or no, it's behind the bench there, yeah.
I think it is a clipboard over there, of course, but not sure on the Mavericks side of things if they're talking about, of course, a defensive strategy. I didn't see a clipboard in that huddle.
It's because they use tablets over there. No. they have their Surface tablet.
They're advanced in this new age. Well, we see Evangelinos in her crease as of right now. Oh, I don't know.
She
looks like
she missed the memo. So.
Looks like she's heading back. I was going to say because there are 6 skaters on the ice, but she was heading back to the crease, and this puck comes back down into her zone, and the Chiefs will have to regroup.
So Mavericks win the draw and throw it inside. This is going to be an icing call as Camp iced it. So now Evangelina is going to have to come back into the net with an offensive zone draw, defensive zone draw for her and her Chiefs.
78 seconds to go here in this third game of the day here on the Stream Sports Midwest YouTube channel.
Koski and Wild, won by Wild, flipped towards the net. Camp got in front of that one. She's going to skate it forward. Here's Camp. Camp gets it between a defender.
Evangelinos off.
Evangelinos off.
Net is empty.
Puck moved forward, then kept in the zone. Oh, and right on the stick. Turnaround attempt that goes behind the net as we're under a minute to play, 50 seconds remaining. Keep in here by Armiak. Armiak throws it towards the net. And a backhand attempt there. Oh, that one goes through the crease. Oh, Stroman missed connection. But they're doing what they need to do, is keeping the Chiefs hemmed inside their own zone.
I think that touched her stick, but just couldn't hold on to it in that back door. Otherwise, she would have had the opportunity to just put this one away for sure.
Stroman battling. Now they collide with the referee. Now Whitney and Stroman pushing there.
We've got no call behind the play. Well, not yet. Now there's an arm.
Delayed call. I guess it's going to go against Stroman. Well, Stroman will head to the box. Maybe they both will. We'll see. No, it was a delayed call, so should just be Stroman. Stroman and Whitney were battling up against those near boards. Now Whitney, let's see. You can't call a delayed penalty if you're going to assess both players a penalty. You would just whistle the play dead. And so you can't have penalty on both players. Now, it really doesn't matter. There's only 9 seconds remaining in the game, but
I think the call is correct here because the Chiefs are the ones over here that were defending their end, and it was a little bit of a collision from the attacking player Stroman coming in, and then I saw a late cross check from Orange from the Mavericks.
Right.
So, of course, there was a little bit of retaliation on both sides, a little bit of tempers flaring both ways, but I believe the call is correct right now.
A lot of discussion for 9 seconds remaining as the referees are talking to each bench, one on each side.
Especially when you made that delayed call and it was the Mavericks who touched the puck when you blew the whistle. So, of course, it has to be against the Mavericks here. But whether or not you put a Chiefs player in the box, I'm not sure you can do that here.
No, you really can't. You can't. I mean, if you're putting 2 players in the box, and they're putting Whitney in the box too. So that was just not handled right by the referees. If you're going to put both players in the box,
there can't be a delayed call.
Yeah, that has
whistle
to be called
had to go
immediately, and then she gets a
in this
roughing
corner.
call. So they both got roughing calls, and so now we have 9.9 seconds remaining. So a lot of administrative drama to play out the final 10 seconds of this game here.
Chiefs are arguing that this should be a 6-on-4 opportunity. I see 5 skaters aside lined up, so nobody's going to, well, 6 if you count the fact that the Chiefs have the empty net, but nobody's going to get the advantage as this one expires.
Time winding down here. We're down to 3-2, and no one's going to be able to get a shot off here on either side. So, whoa! And going into the boards, not happy about that off the shove there from Kyprios. I don't think, it didn't look that hard to begin with, but player did spin into that board pretty hard there. But the Madison Mavericks come away with the 3-1 victory over the Elmhurst Chiefs. It was a tie game going into the third period, but a pair of goals by the Mavericks. It gives them a 3-1 win. Goals for the Mavericks, Aubrey Brown, Lily Meyer, and Addison Kyprios, and the solo goal for the Chiefs coming off the stick of Simone Koski. Both goaltenders played pretty well in this matchup. Well, that'll do it here for game 3 of 4. Our fourth game is coming up, and let me tell you all about it. Keep your eye on the NIHL.info website, the NIHL Facebook and Instagram pages for news about our upcoming broadcasts of NIHL games. Our next game is from right here, the Elmhurst Chiefs Pee Wee B hosting the Chicago Bulldogs Pee Wee A2 for a Pee Wee 12U Silver Tier 2 game coming up at 5:50 right here on Stream Sports Midwest, the NIHL Game of the Week on the NIHL TV network. If your team manager is interested in arranging a NIHL Game of the Week broadcast, ask them to contact Stream Sports Midwest at gmail.com. That's streamsportsmidwest@gmail.com. For Mike Napolitano, this is Eric Willowite saying so long for now. We'll be back in a few minutes for our nightcap and finale here from Bensenville. Elmhurst Chiefs taking on the Chicago Bulldogs and Pee Wee 12U Silver. Final 3-1 Madison Mavericks.